Welcome back to the channel. This is your brother Lawrence. I'm here to share with you and also comment on events that are taking place both within and also outside of the SDA church. So if you are new here, I would like you to subscribe to this channel, like our videos, and share with family and friends. Today, I want to share with you a sad story, very sad story. And at the end of this video, I'm going to appeal that we all pray for the family of the affected sister. There is a report that a sister in the faith, SDA sister, who was also serving as a deaconess in her local church, has been allegedly stabbed to death by boyfriend. Very, very sad story. And this issue or this story happened right in Tobago. And in fact, this tragic incident has sent shockwaves to her family, her friends, her church community, and everyone impacted. And now they are grieving the loss of a servant of the Lord, a servant who dedicated her life to serving the church. This is a sad story. And now, after the incident, her pastor spoke. Yes, her pastor spoke. So let's go ahead and listen to what her pastor said concerning what's happened. All right, let's get into it.
Of the Mount St. George Seventh-day Adventist Church, one day after congregation member Nisha Roberts was stabbed to death at her home. She was a deaconess at the Adventist Church. Pastor Rouse, tell me what Nisha Roberts meant to the church and her role.
All right, pleasant good afternoon. Let me say that Sister Nisha Roberts, was a very dedicated, very faithful, and very hard-working member at our congregation there at the Mount St. George Seventh-day Adventist Church. And our church is very broken, very sad. We are in grief as a result of this tragic experience.
How long did you know her?
Well, I became the pastor there just about 3 years ago, and so I've known her for that timing, about 3 years now. Yeah?
We heard the night before she was murdered, she was at the church with another member cleaning the church. Was that a task she was responsible for?
Yes, both deaconesses of the Mount St. George Seventh-day Adventist Church, and of course we have a team of deacons and deaconesses, and so whenever there are events at the church, we would have individuals assigned to clean up and ensure that the church is back in good standing.
You said members are broken right now. How is the church looking to heal from this moment?
Well, I could let you know that it's a very challenging and difficult journey ahead. But as of last night, I pulled my district together, and we had a powerful session with a psychologist, very informative, where she was able to share with us on grief and crisis. Folks were able to ask questions and to vent a little bit. And this is just the beginning, because we have a number of sessions organized. This coming Sabbath afternoon, we'll have another psychologist with us. And even after the funeral, we would have another personnel there who would help to guide the church to navigate this very difficult and tragic situation.
We know forgiveness is an important part of being a Christian. How does the church navigate this? But of course, the anger and hurt that Mount St. George is feeling.
Yes, and that is why we have that psychologist and those psychologists actually to be with us, because while we know that forgiveness is a biblical principle, there's also the practical aspect of it where folks have to process this event. And so with the help of these professionals and with pastoral guidance from myself and other leaders from our conference, I do believe that individuals will get to that place and to that point eventually with the help of God.
We saw the Chief Secretary posted on Facebook today, asking the church members to reflect on the practice of putting pressure on single members to get into marriage and to get into that committed relationship, perhaps before they're able to evaluate that person that they have feelings for. What are your thoughts on this?
Well, I do appreciate the Chief Secretary's reflection, and I must say that every church, every congregation should have a culture where, of course, while we preach and teach biblical principles and the values of God, that we also encourage our single persons and our young people to know that whether they remain single or whether they get married, it doesn't make them less valuable, because their value is tied to God and the love that Jesus has for them. So I think that would have existed a lot over the years, but I think in recent times it has been improving. And I do believe that people must understand that at the end of the day, members must understand at the end of the day that it's their freedom of choice. You know, it's your choice to really to do what is right by God, but you shouldn't feel pressured. And I think that if, as a church community, we have pressured individuals, or maybe, you know, sometimes you speak and you teach and you don't intentionally try to pressure, but maybe what is communicated could be interpreted as pressure, then of course we must reevaluate and we must ensure that everybody is comfortable and we can all grow together and make choices that would really reflect the kingdom of heaven.
Thank you so much, Pastor.
So that was the pastor of the church. The lady was 7, and the church's name is Mount St. George Seventh-day Adventist Church. Mount St. George Seventh-day Adventist Church. And according to other sources, the lady whose name is on your screen right now cleaned the church house 12 hours before her death, before her tragic death. Lord have mercy. The world in which we are today is an evil world. In fact, evil is on the rise. People are doing harm to the innocent. And E.G. White also said something about this in the last days. She wrote, "The days in which we live are solemn and important. The Spirit of God is gradually but surely being withdrawn from the earth. The condition of things in the world shows that troublous times are right upon us. The daily papers are full of indications of a terrible conflict in the near future. Bold robberies are of frequent occurrence. Strikes are common. Thefts and murders are committed on every hand." This part is very important. Thefts and murders are committed on every hand. Men possessed of demons are taking the lives of men, women, and little children. Men have become infatuated with vice, and every species of evil prevails. Friends, what Ellen G. White said some years ago was the truth. Today, we are seeing people possessed with demons taking the lives of men, women, and children. And what happened in Tobago is an example of what E.G. White was talking about. That is why we need to be very prayerful, and also we need to take very good care of ourselves, because the days are evil. Lord, have mercy upon your children. Lord, have mercy. And friends, I want to say that our hearts go out to the family of the victim and her church, and also everyone who has been impacted by this particular death, unfortunate death. And so we pray that the authorities in Tobago would do an honest investigation, and also that justice will be served. I have heard that the person who allegedly stabbed the Adventist sister has been arrested. Yes, I have heard it as I'm speaking right now. I have heard that the person has been arrested, and we thank God for that. We thank God for that. Friends, so our condolences to the family of our sister who is now dead. Our condolences to the family, the church, the friends, and everyone in Tobago. So friends, let's keep each other in prayers. Let's keep the faith, and because the times in which we are living is not good time. All right. Thanks for watching. There are some stories coming up, so don't go anywhere. See you again. God bless.